This frustrates me. I really thought maybe it was just a slight mistake in the first week because the thing about sites like Disney, Hulu, Netflix, and the like have gotten a lot better when it comes to releasing things in a simulcast way. I mean, anytime I see people bitch or moan, oh, I don't want to watch it on Disney, it's like, okay, but then it's 2026, you know how to pirate things, okay? It's easy. But as long as it's legally available, that's all that matters. We don't want monopolies. We see what happens with Crunchyroll when they're the only ones simulcasting things. It's good for other companies to have shows. That is an objective truth. Even if you don't like their service, it allows for them to put a fire under the ass of the monopolies to do better. Because as we see with Crunchyroll, when someone controls all the cards and they're owned by one giant corporation, bad things happen. But that doesn't mean when there are issues with those other sites, you ignore those either. Today's topic is a little show called Medalist. It is in its second season, and it basically got sent out to die. Now, that might sound a little overreactive, but I don't think that's necessarily wrong. Maybe today it's changed. Maybe tomorrow when episode 3 of season 2 releases, maybe they finally get their act together. But it has been damn near 3 weeks since this show has started off. It already was going to be punching above its weight class with all these heavy hitter animes this season, and it's starting so late, because it's only a 9-episode season. Why is it 9 episodes? Well, it's because there's a movie that will be coming out, and they're probably ending the season at a certain spot to make it work. And unfortunately, with that, means it was already going to struggle to have any sort of buzz and recognition. But the thing is, that's fine. It's not going to be the most popular discussed thing, but it will have its viewership. Unfortunately, America, one of the larger places that are going to view this show, can't even watch it right now. Now, like I said, pirating is very easy in 2026, but the legal way that's always been available, which they did in season 1, and the crazy thing is someone in Canada, and other countries too, we can watch this shit on Disney Hulu. Now, I don't have Hulu in Canada, but the whole thing is like, other places are able to do it. For some reason though, in America, which a majority of my audience is based on, I think it's like 65% or something of my audience comes from America viewership. Yeah, they can't watch Medalist. Like, this is like saying a Twitter poll, right? Like, a Twitter poll doesn't represent actual, like, how things are going. And I mean, you can even just see the fact that people don't listen. I said, hey, if you live in the USA, do you have any legal access to Medalist Season 2? I'm seeing reports of not appearing on Disney or Hulu for Americans. And, 8% of the 255 who voted said yes. They never commented. It's really a literacy test if you think about it. It kind of exposes if they actually read things. So basically, no. Currently, America does not have it. The thing that's weird is that, like I said, this is Disney Plus for me. I live in Canada. This is where I watched season 1. But season 2, like, they release it every week for me. Why? I don't think I've ever seen this. I don't recall the last time I've seen a show. Because usually if America gets screwed, Canada gets screwed. And like, it's like North America. Like North America gets screwed, Europe didn't get screwed. Like stuff like that makes sense. Why the fuck is this show not being released weekly in America right now? Now, my assumption is that they're going to do a binge drop. Or maybe it's like waiting for a dub. I don't know, but this is weird because I can literally watch season 2 on Disney, but apparently Americans can't. And I'm just like, it's just wild to me. This show is incredibly well written. It's about a group trying to become professionals in figure skating, so they have coaches and the like. And it's incredibly wholesome, but it's also emotional. There's no weird bullshit about it. And the figure skating is some of the best sports animation you'll see. It's probably the best skating animation since, Yuri on Ice? I don't think there's really any competition up till that point. The passion of all the coaches and the families and wanting to see them succeed. I mean, this show has such heart. It has such passion, and I'm loving season 2. I mean, the latest episode that I watched, like I said, new episode tomorrow, but episode 2 of season 2, you actually see this montage and you get to see a bunch of the side characters do their performance because only 5 are going to make it through this one competition into the next round. The thing about the show is that it does what a good sports series should do. I don't give a shit about figure skating in real life. Like, there's some performances I've seen and I'm like, damn, that's actually impressive, but I'm not going to go out of my way. The only sporting events that I personally enjoy watching are UFC and boxing. Those I find entertaining. But every other type of sporting event, whether it's football or basketball, figure skating, whatever, NASCAR, it's just, I don't care. But that doesn't mean I can't enjoy it in an anime if you make it exciting. And by the way they use 3D and these performances, you feel like someone who's always had passion for figure skating watching and just, I want to learn more about the scoring systems. This show is wonderful. It was already going to struggle, unfortunately. I watch it every week on Patreon. It's fucking fantastic. It's one of my most anticipated every week. And I knew it was going to struggle, but I always figured even if it was going to struggle to attract new viewers because of all the new shows coming out, the fan base that was already established with season 1 surely will show up, even in a cult following fashion. And instead they can't in so many sections of the world because for some reason the sites that have legal access to it are only giving legal access to it in certain ways, which, like I said, is normally not something that's too weird, because usually it's like a North America thing. And yeah, I'd still be frustrated that, you know, you're not doing it, but at least there would be more logic, like for some reason you don't have the license to stream it yet, which then the issue would be no one picked up the license. Or we would just be bitching that they were waiting to drop it in one binge model. But now I just feel frustrated for the Americans, because apparently so many different sections of the world, it's like it's fragmented, like where they're allowing it. I've never seen this before. I've never seen Canada be able to watch it on Disney, but America can't watch it on Hulu at least. Like sometimes there's, I can do Disney, you guys can do Hulu, but like what the fuck? What's going on? Maybe it's changed. Maybe by the time I upload this, you're gonna be like, actually, I can see it now. It hasn't been like that for a bit. Even if it took a week, I think it would have been unacceptable. That if you're gonna take the anime simulcasting seriously, you have to do it on time. I think binge model is stupid when it's, even if you prefer binge model, weekly is better. Oh, but what if I'm on the internet and I get spoiled? Then mute keywords. Could you imagine like when stuff like Game of Thrones or Breaking Bad were initially airing and you could only watch it in binge? It would have had way less buzz. That's just a simple fact. There are plenty of shows that I prefer binging. 100%. And you know what I do? I just mute keywords. If I feel like things are getting into my social media feed that I don't want to see that might spoil things that I'm not ready to watch yet, I mute shit because I'm a big boy. I don't claim, if I'm not watching it, no one can watch it. You know, like, binge models have its place. And yes, weekly releases can, in some cases, make viewership lower. Look at the new Fallout season. They did a weekly release, viewership is lower. But what's going to happen is a lot of the people who prefer binge model, when Fallout Season 2's over, will binge the fucking show and viewership will skyrocket. Unfortunately, some companies are fucking stupid and they'll be like, oh, we gotta cancel it because, you know, they didn't initially have its viewership. No. Different people have different ways of watching it. But if you're going to license the fucking show, release the fucking show. And also, just watch Medalist. It's probably better than half the shit you're watching this season. I'm not saying half the shit you're watching isn't good, but Medalist is probably better. Let's keep it real. Your thoughts? What do you think of this situation? Let me know whenever you watch this video, whether it's today, a week from now. Can you watch it in America yet? Let me know, because either way, I've asked plenty of people, both on the YouTube, on my Patreon, and no one can fucking watch this show, at least as of the recording of this, unless things have changed. Unacceptable. But if you want to see my weekly coverage of Medalist, we do it every week over on Patreon. Full live reactions and exclusives. Does help on the channel and videos just like you are watching. Till next time, take care. Fucking companies, man.